Well, hello. Thanks for checking this out. I hope all is well with you. My name is Kevin Huckabee, and this is What the Huck Presents, the Incorrigible Sir Hemingsworth. Let's go. In the employee parking lot of the Dallas Museum of Art, a gold-colored compact SUV quickly whips into an open parking spot 10 to 15 feet away from the employee entrance. Out of the vehicle bounds a young, energetic woman, trying her best to be on time for her night watch gig. She quickly opens the employee entrance door in time to be greeted by her exiting supervisor, Mr. Reed. Barely on time, I see. Oh, hi, Mr. Reed. I have time. Right. You have 2 minutes to check in on time, Miss Hutchinson. So, does that mean you're leaving early? Don't be smart. I'm the supervisor. You got it, Mr. Reed, says Miss Hutchinson as she dashes off, braids flowing behind her, to the employee room to clock in and start her job for the night. After settling in at the security desk, Miss Hutchinson begins her rounds for the night. She thinks to herself, I love history and archaeology, but bro, this gig is so boring. I wouldn't mind a little excitement. Yeah, right. This is a museum after all. She continues her rounds, leading her to the new Egyptian exhibit that has findings from a newly found and explored level of the Great Pyramid of Giza. The exhibit, known as the Secret Treasures of Khufu, is still being set up, with parts of it open to visitors and others still yet to open. As Miss Hutchinson approaches an area of the exhibit that is being set up, but has a few exhibits waiting to be displayed, she hears voices. She's somewhat startled, and as she is about to grab her phone to call the authorities, she realizes she left it back at the security desk. Armed with only her museum-issued flashlight, she takes a deep breath and decides to investigate anyway. As Miss Hutchinson rounds a corner to close in on the voices, she becomes a bit trepidatious when she sees the back of a very tall individual standing in front of an exhibit. It sounds and looks as if he's talking to himself. Then Miss Hutchinson thinks to herself, I see one person, but I thought I heard two voices. Better be careful. The other one might be hiding or something. Miss Hutchinson's heart is beating almost as loud as the voices she's hearing, but she steadies herself and with another deep breath decides to act. Hey! Miss Hutchinson yells in a tone she thinks sounds authoritative. She continues, Who are you and what are you doing here? The unknown individual freezes, and with his back still facing Miss Hutchinson, she continues using her fake authority voice and says, Turn around and identify yourself now. As the individual finally turns to face Miss Hutchinson, she's shocked at what she sees. A tall, at least 6'6", individual with a light blue face and a voice full of disbelief. Miss Hutchinson says, You're blue and very tall. The individual, with an equally shocked look on his face, responds, And you are brown. The individual then quickly turns his back to Miss Hutchinson, and from her vantage point, it appears as if he's tilting his head and speaking into an upper pocket on his brown tweed jacket, saying, You contemptible contraption, why didn't you inform me that the terms of this verse have a different pigmentation than mine? With a muffled, feminine voice replying,
Well, that's simple. You didn't ask.
Miss Hutchinson, now becoming impatient and a little offended, asks, Hey, is there a problem with my pigmentation, mister? What are you, some kind of racist alien or something? causing the individual to quickly spin around and with a smile and fluttering eyes to say, "My dear, racist, let it not be. I'm a Terran, and you are a Terran. One race, just from different verses. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Sir Edward Tyronius James Hemingsworth, commonly known as Sir Hemingsworth," Sir Hemingsworth says while placing his right leg in front of him, slightly bending at the waist, with his left arm behind him and his right hand sweeping in front of him in a gentleman's bow. He continues, "And you are?" Miss Hutchinson, with a furrowed brow, replies, "Camille." "Camille Hutchinson," says Camille in a distrustful tone and one eye squinted as if she's examining Sir Hemingsworth with a suspicious eye, prompting Sir Hemingsworth to continue smiling and say, "Oh, and as far as your pigmentation, I have absolutely no qualms about it, as it reminds me of the delectable cocoa beans of a verse I've previously visited." Camille, still looking at Sir Hemingsworth with suspicion, asks, "Why are you here, and why are you blue?" Sir Hemingsworth, now standing upright, sighs and says, "As I previously stated, my dear, we are from differing verses. In my verse, on my terra, we are different hues of blue, and the reason I'm here is for that," says Sir Hemingsworth, turning his body to allow Camille to see the case and exhibit within that he's standing in front of and now pointing at. Camille says, "That's one of the new artifacts that was just discovered on a lower level of the Great Pyramid of Giza. It's part of the Secret Treasures of Khufu exhibit. That's not open to the public yet. It hasn't even been given a name." Sir Hemingsworth, with a sly smile, says, "Oh, but I know its name. It's called the Chethel, and it is one of 4 pieces that combine to form a whole artifact. I have been searching for all 4, and this is the first that I have found." Camille incredulously asks, "And what? You think you're just going to, take it?" "Oh, no, my dear. I'm going to borrow it, as it were." Sir Hemingsworth replies with a slight hint of disgust in his voice. He continues, "My dear, I am no common thief who sneaks around in the dark, snatching knickknacks to sell at some tawdry fence," with a muffled voice sarcastically asking from the upper pocket of his tweed jacket.
"You sure about that?"
Prompting Sir Hemingsworth to yet again turn his back to Camille to speak down into the pocket in a clenched teeth and irritated tone, saying, "Shut up, you maleficent machine." He then quickly turns back around to Camille, now with a mischievous grin, and asks, "Are there any more questions, my dear?" Yeah. Why do you want the artifact, and who else are you talking to?" Now rolling his eyes, Sir Hemingsworth sighs and with a slightly exacerbated tone explains, "Well, to answer the first question, as I stated, the artifact is called the Chethel, and it is one of 4 pieces that make up a diviner device that, when assembled, can locate the last spark of the invisible flame. And to answer your second question," Sir Hemingsworth pauses to reach into the upper pocket he's been speaking into to reveal what he introduces as, "This is the Golden Compact." Holding in his large blue palm, Sir Hemingsworth has produced what appears to Camille as a large pocket watch. She asks in a slightly sarcastic tone, so you've been talking to your pocket watch? Starting in an irritated tone, Sir Hemingsworth responds, it's not a... This is the Golden Compact. Just as Sir Hemingsworth finishes his introduction, the Golden Compact pops open, revealing a digitized face on the top portion that was closed, usually reserved for a mirror in standard compacts. The Golden Compact speaks.
Hello, Camille. Camille Hutchison. It's nice to meet you.
The Golden Compact says with a calm, feminine voice. Camille says, hello? Golden Compact? But it's just Camille. The Golden Compact responds.
Noted and stored.
Sir Hemingsworth closes the Golden Compact and drops it back into the pocket it's been in and says, now that proper introductions are over, it's been nice chatting with you, but I really must be on my way. Now, Golden Compact, if you would be so kind as to remove the casing around the chethel, I'll grab it so that we can be on the way before Mom arrives. Camille now has an inquisitive look on her face, asking Sir Hemingsworth,
and just how do you plan on removing the case?
While Camille asks her question, her eyes are on Sir Hemingsworth, who tells her, my dear, the Golden Compact can be a wondrous machine. Behold, Camille now looks back at the display and is astonished at what she sees. Bro, where did the case go? Sir Hemingsworth, with a satisfied yet sly smile, says, don't worry your pretty head about it, as it may be over your pretty head, my dear. With the Golden Compact speaking from the pocket, saying,
you may want to complete your task so we may depart, as it won't take much longer for Mom to track us here.
With Sir Hemingsworth rolling his eyes and responding, yes, miserable Mom. As he's finishing his sentence, he reaches for the chethel, but Camille interrupts. Hey, you petty thief, you can't have it. A now insulted Sir Hemingsworth responds in a disgusted voice. Thief? Me?
Don't leave out petty. She called you petty thief,
says the Golden Compact, provoking Hemingsworth further. He continues, you atrocious troglodyte! How dare you insult me as a thief?
Petty.
Quiet, you intolerable toy. Now, young woman, I will have you know, I am not stealing the chethel. I'm borrowing it, as it were. Camille responds, well, borrowing something without permission is stealing, and that's not going to happen on my watch. Hemingsworth, now aggravated, says, you impetuous imp, I don't have time for your trivial complaints as Mom may be approaching. Camille, now aggravated in her own right, says, and I don't care about your mommy issues, you blue boob. You're not taking that artifact. Sir Hemingsworth, now fully insulted and angry, replies, blue boob? The Golden Compact quickly quips from the pocket.
Oh, that was a good one. Sounds like you may have met your match.
Oh, be silent, you malignant mechanism. Now See here, you rude wretch. I am taking the chattel, and that is all. Hemingsworth snatches the artifact from the pedestal and says, Golden Compact, remove us from this infernal woman and this even more infernal verse. I say good day, young lady. Good day. But as he begins to fade, Camille says, I don't think so. She jumps and grabs hold of Sir Hemingsworth and begins to fade with him. As they fade, Hemingsworth says, You abominable annex! But is cut off as Hemingsworth and Camille fade from this verse. To be continued in Chapter 2 of The Incorrigible Sir Hemingsworth.